I am currently fighting the day 700 horde. I am in a cobblestone base. My game stage is 1296 and I am level 300. I am easily going to survive the night. Today I'd like to share with you a very simple concept for a horde base that will last you until the end game and beyond. The concept is simple. Put the zombies in a hole and blow them up. Let me show you this design and let me show you how absolutely overpowered this base actually is. This base is so overpowered that it'll make you bored. First things first, find a spot to build it. I prefer a decently flat spot like this. This is perfect. I've also chosen the wasteland because I want the hardest horde possible. Let's dig a hole. 6 long, 6 wide, and at least 4 deep. And go ahead and place blocks on the perimeter of your 6x6 hole. Done. Got it? The reason this base is so efficient is because the work that you're doing digging the hole is actually what pays for the base itself. Now we're going to build our little platform. If you are playing Darkness Falls, you're going to want to make this 3 tall instead of 2. Go ahead, fill in the floor, except for the middle. Go ahead and put some ladders. I use a scaffolding ladder, but you don't have to. You can use any ladder you'd like. I just see no reason to not use the scaffolding ladder. The basic concept is you're going to have pipe bombs and you're going to be on this ladder. And once you get to a certain depth, the zombies sort of get lost. Once zombies fall past 11 blocks, they do not go into rage mode, but I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, I think it's 32 blocks before cops stop spitting at you. Eventually, over time, your goal is to get this hole all the way down to bedrock. There is a better piece for this, but if I used it, you wouldn't be able to see it. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like with a piece that you can actually see. So what you're going to do is come across all the way, fill it up. Just like that. This is very important. This plane here and this first step, they have to be even. Otherwise, the zombie will try to jump and won't be able to do it. For the 4 in the middle, go ahead and turn them into a step upward. And then on 2 of them, doesn't matter which 2, this one and this one. The zombies think they can walk onto this first one, then jump to this second one, jump to this third one, get on the ladder, and get up to me, but they'll just fall. So in my pit, I found a coal vein, and what is going to happen is the zombies are going to wreck the sand underneath. It's not a problem. It's something I dealt with before. Honestly, don't worry about it. So now we're going to test this out real quick. We'll just spawn in a bunch of radiated Steves. Now that you see how the path works, let me show you the shape that I want you to actually use. I want you to use the pillar 0.0125 meter centered, and there's probably other ones. If you can call out any other shapes that might work for this, hell yeah, do it. Ay. Oops. Shut up. Okay, so the design is the same. The shape is different. Because of how fiddly and weird and hard it is, I recommend crafting cobblestone blocks for this part. You won't have the luxury of God mode and all this other stuff that I'm using. So remember, the step from here to here needs to be flush. The 4 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Step, 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 and there we are. This is what you will need for a day 7 horde. Of course, later on, you're going to want to close yourself in here. So to build walls, I typically build outward to give myself more space inside. Eventually, as the days progress, as the hordes are going to get harder, I'm going to make improvements on this base. And one of the improvements is going to be to go ahead and reinforce the corners at a later time. making all four corners 4 thick. I'd like to hand this little base design just the way it is. I'd like to hand it over to GNS or like Pseudo Posse, one of these guys, and ask them if they can make it purdy. So once your roof is filled up, go ahead and attach the ladders. This actually offers a little bit of extra support. It attaches these blocks to these blocks in the middle, and this is where you stand. Go ahead and close myself in with some hatches. Game stage 114. Go ahead and try a day 7 just to see what things look like. Make sure the pathing is all correct. Wait till it's full, and you'll know when it's full because you won't see any zombies outside of the base. The second you get off the ladder, the zombies will migrate to whatever side of the base you're on and start trying to dig. But if you stay on the ladder, they'll pile up in the middle. Let the pit fill up, throw a couple of pipe bombs down there unlit, throw a third one or a fourth one that is lit, blow them all to hell, and then a whole new wave of zombies will spawn and you blow those guys up too. Rinse and repeat until the morning time or until you run out of pipe bombs. This base is an XP machine. Pipe bombs are extremely cheap to make. Short iron pipes is iron and clay, gunpowder is nitrate and coal, and then plant fibers, well, is plant fibers. So that's pipe bombs. And the best part about pipe bombs is that you only need one explosives magazine to make a pipe bomb. If you can't find one explosives magazine within the first 7 days of your playthrough, you're definitely doing something wrong. So this base, whoa. This base is Molotov friendly, but I don't suggest it, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's pretty sketchy. You have to put your reticle directly in the center of the hole. Otherwise, you're going to catch yourself on fire. Okay, so that's day 7. Cool. What about day 14? Well, for day 14, what you're going to do is dig it down 3 blocks more. Or what I like to do is grab a stick or 2 of dynamite from the trader. Let me go ahead and pop a hole right in the middle. Just like that. And then get the fuck away from it. There you go. You're now ready for day 14. So all of the damage that was done up here and all the undermining has already been patched up, and now they have a new place to undermine. That's all fine and dandy. Let me go ahead and do a maximum game stage horde in cobblestone. So I've beefed up all 4 corners, and I added a junkie on top. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do to this base. Level 300. 299 skill points. I should probably spend a few of those, because we are dealing with an end game horde here. Let me check. Game stage 940. That's plenty. Day 700. 2200. You're going to end up with lots of cops and people that spit. So covering these up is probably going to be something you're going to want to do at some point. I do have the zombies maxed out at 64, so there's that as well. So they're pathing the way they should. I'm definitely not going to fuck around with this day 700 horde. I want this base to come down. I want you to see how hard it is to take this base down. So if it does block damage, I'm throwing it down there. Dynamite, rocket launchers, demolition, guys. Let's do some damage. If you're fighting a horde that is this level, you are definitely going to have the ability to make a rocket launcher. So you have rocket frags and rocket HE. The HE will do a ton of block damage, as you'll see right now. And you see that most of the zombies are just piled up in the middle trying to stack up back to me. And not a lot of the zombies are actually beating on the side walls. This actually only works this way as long as you're on the ladder. The second you step off the ladder, the zombies are going to beat on the walls on whichever side you got off the ladder on. You do have to be careful, as cop spit will trigger a pipe bomb. I love that. I have not seen any demolishers, which is something I'm going to have to change in a minute. And because I'm impatient. Okay. This is going to hurt my frames and might even crash my computer, but 50 demos. Let's go. Can it survive 50 demos? Let's find out. How about a bunch of dynamite too? Alright, let's do it. Go away. Let's do 50 more. And we are finally at bedrock. And, well, I've thrown just about everything I can at this base. And it's 3:30, so, or the night is almost over. Game stage 1296, and this base won't come down. This is a winner of a base. It's really, really easy to build. If I come down in here, you see how undermined everything is, and everything's still standing. The only reason that you'd want to fix up anything that did get undermined along the way is because you don't want this to happen prematurely. You want to save this kind of destruction for a very, very late game. I'm sure if I look at the stability of the base, it's pretty ready to fall. Yeah, a lot of spots are like ready to fall, but some of it's really not. You have to break out all four corners in order to make it fall, like completely fall. So, okay, so this falls, but I'm still able to fight. This falls. It's kind of obnoxious, but I'm still able to fight. Alright, and that falls. I'm pretty vulnerable, but I'm still able to fight. And even if they did take out all four corners, these pieces in the center, these two, hold the whole thing. That is my maximum game stage horde base that is built out of cobblestone and takes little to nothing to build and will just last and last and last. And not only that, it's super fun to blow up zombies. So cheers, have a good day, and I will see you in the next video.